Thanks everyone for coming back for another segment of the MCR. Mac and me, my name's TJ. And in this segment, I wanted to kind of do a follow up to a segment that we did last week involving pride, proud and loud. But, last week we reported on a pride parade that made, we're queer, we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children, or something to that effect. Right. And then it ended up with, lesbians making out in a fountain. It's turning into a Me Too. I can up that one.
Can I get into our chant? I'm locked. I'm loaded. Oh, I'll stop.
So I don't know if there was a second pride parade or if this was something else that happened. But in Seattle, there was a pride parade. Gay men were riding bicycles. Watch the video.
What's that got to do with being gay?
Well, first of all, it started with "We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children."
Got that, okay. But I mean, I'm sure I come across gay people every day, but they're not naked, so I don't understand the connection.
Well, I guess you could see them ramping it up and ramping it up and ramping up. In other words, they're making out in the fountain. Then you had guys in tighty whities doing little grinds in the street during the parade, okay? And someone panned their their camera, and yeah, there were children on the sidewalk watching the parade. Shame on the parents. Shame on those parents.
Yeah.
But the kids are just. But then here's the thing, and I don't know if it was the same parade or not. But then there's video of this. Guys are riding bicycles, and if they don't blur it out, you see their junk, and it's hanging. It's in full display. That's why I say loud and proud.
I'm at a loss for words on that one. Well, I don't get what that has anything to do with. I don't understand the pride thing to begin with, because if you're born that way, and there's not conclusive evidence that you are or aren't at this point in time. Science will eventually tell us, but. Why? It's like me saying I'm proud because I have blue eyes and had a full head of brown hair, and I'll put the emphasis on had, because what's left is gray.
Well, then this is where I'm thinking it's turning into a Me Too. I can up that one. I can.
You have to wonder, anybody who goes out there in their underwear or rides around naked, they're desperately seeking attention. So. Just when you say they one up it, that guy's getting attention, so I'm going to get even more by being more outrageous.
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel like is going on here. Okay, well, in Toronto, it sounds like, Toronto, Canada. In Toronto, it sounds like they too had their version of a pride parade. Gay men walking naked, okay, walking naked. Someone, don't know who, called the police.
Well, there are laws about being I forget the term, publicly nude.
Well, and and this was in the Right Scoop, and this article was posted June 29th. But the Right Scoop writes, a man called the Toronto police to complain about naked men showing their penises to little children in the pride parade. The officer told the man that it's not okay for men to be naked and showing their penises to children unless it's part of the gay pride parade. Then it's absolutely fine. That's what the Right Scoop, June 29th, wrote in their article. It's just
well, Canada's become a very special place, so no surprise there.
And it goes back to when we talked about this last week. You made the comment, because I threw out the rhetorical question: is it all right for a woman to walk down the street topless, or if a prostitute, solicit her goods topless, might they be arrested? But yet these lesbians can topless make out in a fountain in front of children.
Yeah. What was my comment?
your comment, and I got a dry throat here. Sorry, everyone. Your comment was something to the effect of them being a protected class.
Well, yeah. In fact, I heard a guy on the radio yesterday talking about how the government not only denies people's rights, they make up rights that aren't in the Constitution. They claim them a right, like a right to water. Water is a human right. Well, clean water isn't a human right because it has to be paid for. They're making these people a protected or special group of people, which is a violation of the 14th Amendment. We know that. We know it from the Supreme Court striking down the affirmative action garbage, which should have been done 40 years ago, by the way. I'm not a constitutional lawyer, but I'm a constitutionalist, and I have read the Constitution, and I know enough to know that if you're making laws that only apply to certain people, then that's a violation of the 14th, which grants everyone equal protection under the law. And we're not getting that.
Yeah. Also, in multiple news reports, these activists are basically saying we need to extend Pride into July, perhaps even the whole summer. We need a summer of pride. That blah 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 blah.
I have no such need. I'm content to live and let live, but you're not letting me live now. So if you keep shoving me, and you're not going to happen. You're going to like what happens next.
And something I meant to say at the beginning of the segment, and of course I forgot until now. For anyone who thinks we're talking too much about this, as soon as they stop shoving their junk in our face,
literally,
literally. As soon as they stop literally shoving their junk in our face, hey, maybe we'll stop talking about it. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I'll tell you what, we'd get flagged if I showed my junk right now.
Yeah, I'd quit the show too.
What's that?
I'd quit the show.
All right.
Of course, I'd have to use the Zoom feature when I did the editing.
Okay. All right. So maybe this is a fine time to wrap.
We are deteriorating or digressing, as ABL would say quickly.
Yep. Well, but to my point, though,
Yeah, right.
All right. That's it. In all seriousness, that's it. We'll call this one a wrap, and we'll catch you in the next one. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.